Campbell Newman has put development and economic growth on his list of key priorities for the new LNP government. But that's got conservationists more than a little worried. Many fear his pro-industry stance will be delivered at the expense of Queensland's unique flora and fauna, most notably the Great Barrier Reef. Some are so worried they're predicting a return to the Bjelke-Petersen days. Kieran McKechnie reports.
The problem for Queensland is the entire Queensland coast, pretty much, is impacted by those World Heritage issues.
I think the whole Great Barrier Reef thing is overdone.
Now, we made it very clear in the campaign that we wanted to see these green programs shut down.
Conservationists warn there's a new threat to Queensland's environment, the new LNP government, led by the Premier Campbell Newman.
Everything we've seen so far, though, has been negative. He's smashing the Environmental Protection Agency up, he's giving mining companies the green light, he's said he's going to remove wild river protections, and we wait to see what he's going to do on other key policy issues. You've got a big, dirty bauxite mine that's going to threaten that river again.
Tim Seelig is the state campaign manager for the Wilderness Society. He fears under the Newman agenda, environmental considerations will be dismissed in favour of industry and economic development.
Look, there's really no question that all the signs are there that the Newman mantra is development, 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 and that mining companies and destructive development projects are going to be given the green light, and that this is a signal that the new Liberal National Government is in fact very much like the old National Government of Joh Bjelke-Petersen.
Campbell Newman's sweeping election victory gave him a strong mandate for change. He's working on a major overhaul of the public service and government departments. Where environmental policy is concerned, that means dismantling DERM, the Department of Environment and Resource Management, and scattering its responsibilities across 4 portfolios.
And that really is only being done to weaken environmental protection and to ensure that when it comes to mining versus the environment, it's mining every time.
Lock the gate! Lock the gate!
The Lock the Gate Alliance was formed in response to the expansion of coal seam gas exploration in prime farming areas. The alliance is an unlikely partnership between farmers and greenies, headed by veteran environmental campaigner Drew Hutton. He had high hopes the Newman government would put farmers' rights ahead of mining royalties, but says those hopes have been dashed.
There seems to be a reluctance to do the sorts of things which might keep these industries under some degree of control and acting responsibly, and a lot of effort going into comments which indicate that it's open slather out there in the Queensland environment and these companies can do what they like.
Drew Hutton is also concerned about the breakup of DERM, especially, he says, as it's been done by putting natural resources in with the mines portfolio.
You're actually putting the fox in charge of the hen house in many ways.
That's interesting. Lock the Gate probably also would have said under the former DERM structure that the mine approvals were in the same department as the environmental protection. What we now have is that environmental protection aside from those mine approvals. We will be giving advice around development applications and development approvals as to what environmental standards need to be met, and it will be our job, not the Mines Minister, our job to enforce those environmental standards.
Queensland's new Environment Minister Andrew Powell denies his predecessor's meteor responsibilities have been dished out to other ministers and insists he's got the power to effect change.
An opportunity to focus primarily on the protection of the environment, and I see that as a good thing.
But DERM staff, biding their time as they wait for the department's dismantling to take place, say they're working in a toxic environment.
The impact is that workers are going to be more stressed. It will also have an impact on service delivery for Queenslanders, because if you haven't got enough staff there to do the job, and also people are concerned about actually having a job, they do become less productive.
Vivian Dugan is the president of the Together Union, which advocates the rights of Queensland's public servants. She says DERM staff are out of the loop.
There is this vacuum at the moment, so workers are just sitting there wondering what the heck is going on.
Conservationists are worrying about the same thing, from reviewing the aggressive enforcement of illegal tree clearing to signalling it wants the Commonwealth to butt out of state environmental approvals, to considering changing the boundaries for the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park. It's clear this state government has a new green agenda, but Andrew Powell insists it'll still have a strong green focus.
The Premier has been very clear in his direction to me that it is my job as the Minister for Environment and Heritage Protection to ensure that the health of the environment in Queensland, and that includes the flora and fauna of Queensland, is considered in all of those decisions. That is my mandate. That is the job that he has set for me and for this department.
The early signs are not good. The early signs are that this is a government that wants to take us back 20 years to an era where environmental responsibility wasn't as safeguarded, and that is happier with things being that way, of being an anti-environmental government, and thinking that they can get away with that.